What if I told you that a single game of football can change the destiny of entire nations? That one strike of the ball, one save, one scream of passion can live forever, long after the final whistle. This is the FIFA World Cup, the grandest stage of them all. And today, we're diving into the most iconic, unforgettable moments in its history. Stick around, because the last one may just be the greatest moment football has ever witnessed. The World Cup isn't just about football, it's about history, politics, heartbreak, and glory colliding in 90 minutes. And to begin, we go back to 1954. The underdogs of all underdogs, West Germany, faced the unbeatable Hungarian side, a team that hadn't lost in 4 years. Everyone expected Hungary to walk away champions, but in the miracle of Bern, West Germany came back from 2-0 down to win 3-2. It wasn't just a shock, it was a symbol of hope for a nation still scarred by war. The final whistle wasn't just the end of a match, it was the rebirth of a country. Fast forward to 1966, Wembley Stadium, England, home of football, hosting their first and so far only World Cup final. The moment, Geoff Hurst's controversial goal, where the ball smacked the crossbar and bounced down. Did it cross the line? To this day, arguments rage on, but England went on to win 4-2 against West Germany. The phrase, "they think it's all over, it is now," was born that day. And for English fans, it will never be over. But World Cups are not only about triumph, they're about controversy too. Enter Diego Maradona, 1986, Argentina versus England. A quarterfinal that carried political tension after the Falklands War. First, Maradona scored the hand of God, a blatant handball missed by the referee that gave Argentina the lead. And just minutes later, he dribbled past 5 English players to score what many still call the greatest goal of all time. One man, 2 moments, one scandalous, one divine. The world was left speechless. Now let's move to 1990, Italia 90. Not remembered for goals, but for the sight of tears. Paul Gascoigne, England's flamboyant midfielder, was booked in the semi-final against West Germany, meaning he would miss the final if England made it. As the camera zoomed in on his face, tears rolled down. The image of Gaza crying became an iconic reminder of just how much the World Cup means, not just to nations, but to individuals. Then, 1998 France. A World Cup defined by a hero and a mystery. Zinedine Zidane, born to Algerian immigrants, rose on home soil, scoring 2 thunderous headers in the final against Brazil. France lifted their first ever World Cup, and Zidane became immortal. But that same final had the haunting subplot of Ronaldo, the Brazilian phenomenon, suffering a mysterious pre-match seizure, yet still playing. The world questioned, what really happened that night? Iconic, unforgettable, and controversial all at once. Now, 2002, South Korea and Japan. Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo, R9, completed one of the greatest redemption stories in sport. 4 years earlier, his seizure left Brazil stunned. In 2002, with his iconic haircut and blistering pace, he scored twice in the final against Germany, reclaiming Brazil's crown and sealing his redemption arc. From heartbreak to heroism, that's what World Cups are made of. And who can forget 2010 South Africa, the first World Cup ever hosted in Africa, the sound of vuvuzelas buzzing through stadiums, and the goal that changed a nation. SUIIIIIBSCRIIIIIBEEE Tshabalala's thunderbolt in the opening match. But the true iconic moment came in the final, Spain versus Netherlands. Andres Iniesta, in the 116th minute, scored the winner and revealed a shirt tribute to his late friend Danny Jark. A goal, a message, and a triumph that united Spain forever. Then 2014, Brazil. A World Cup remembered for both beauty and pain. James Rodriguez announcing himself with a wonder goal for Colombia. But nothing was more shocking than the 7-1 massacre. Brazil at home, humiliated by Germany in the semi-final. Goals flying in one after another, fans crying in the stands. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a national tragedy. Yet that night, football reminded us, it can be cruel as much as it can be glorious. And then, 2018 Russia. Kylian Mbappé, just 19 years old, lighting up the world with pace, power, and goals. France lifted their second trophy, and the football world knew the future had arrived. Mbappé didn't just score, he announced himself as the heir to the throne. Finally, we reached 2022 Qatar, the final. Argentina versus France, Lionel Messi versus Kylian Mbappé. A match so dramatic, so breathtaking that it already feels mythical. Messi's leadership, Mbappe's hat trick, penalties, twists, heartbreak, redemption. It had everything. When Gonzalo Montiel buried the winning penalty, Messi's legacy was sealed. The boy from Rosario, the man doubted for years, finally held football's ultimate prize. It wasn't just iconic, it was destiny. That's the power of the World Cup. More than a game, more than sport, it's moments frozen in time. From miracles and controversies to tears and triumphs, each one tells us something bigger than football. So the question is, which of these moments is your favorite? And which moment will the next World Cup give us? Because if history tells us anything, it's that the most iconic moment